Alrighty, welcome in. I'm now going to be doing my previews for Saturday's action in the NHL. I'm very much aware that by the time this video is uploaded, this game is actually probably going to be almost done. I didn't realize it had such an early start between the Flyers and the Ducks. I would have predicted that the Flyers would have gotten the victory. As of right now, they are trailing the Ducks 4-2 in the second, but anything can happen. And maybe there's a miracle that the Flyers can turn things around. So coming into this contest, they are sitting at 4-2-1. The Ducks are sitting at 3-4-0. So as I said, had I had time before the puck dropped, I would have guessed the Flyers would get the victory in this particular matchup. So there are 8 other games on tap for Saturday, and they all take place in the evening. So at least I can get this uploaded before the rest of them start to go underway. So the next one has 2 Canadian teams in action. Winnipeg Jets are heading into Montreal to take on the Canadiens. The Canadiens are sitting at 4-2-1 on the season so far, while the Jets are sitting at 4-3-0. As much as I want to favor my team in this matchup, I just have a funny feeling that Hellebuck could easily stand on his head and steal another victory for the Jets. So I have the Jets winning in this contest. The next matchup takes place in Florida, where we have the Panthers, and they're playing host to the Seattle Kraken. Florida's coming into this matchup sitting at 3-3-0 on the season, while the Seattle Kraken are sitting at 2-4-2. I feel that the home team should have the advantage in this one. I believe they should finally secure their 4th win of the season. And for the Kraken, it's a slow start to the season, but obviously we still have a lot of games still to go, so they could be able to bounce back. But against this Florida team, I just have a funny feeling that the Panthers are going to get the victory in this particular matchup. The next one takes place in Massachusetts, where we have a team coming off their first loss of the season, taking on a team that has actually excelled, to say the least, to start the year. 2 original 6 franchises are duking it out on Saturday in Boston. The Bruins are coming into this matchup sitting at 6-0-1, while the Red Wings are sitting at 5-2-1. I'm going to be bold on this one. I got a hunch that the Red Wings might come away and stun the Bruins in this particular matchup. Again, they feel like they've excelled a lot more than I expected, along with a lot of other NHL experts, but anything can happen. But I just have a hunch that the Red Wings are going to get the victory over their long standing rivals in the Bruins. Next matchup takes place in Ohio, where we have the Columbus Blue Jackets, and they are playing host to the New York Islanders. The Blue Jackets are coming into this matchup sitting at 3-2-2, and the Islanders are coming into this matchup sitting at 3-2-1. As much as I want to give the Blue Jackets a lot of credit, and I believe they could get the victory, there's just something about this Islanders team that they might be a little underrated, if that's okay to say. But I just have a hunch that the Islanders are going to come away with a victory in this matchup. Off to Tennessee, where we have the Nashville Predators, and they are playing host to the Toronto Maple Leafs. Nashville's coming into this matchup sitting at 3-4-1, while the Blue Shirts are sitting at 5-2-0. Obviously, the favorite team in this match, but you'd have to almost go with the Maple Leafs. But this could be one of those games that they take the other team for granted. And I'm going to give the edge to the Predators in this matchup. There's one factor. O'Reilly's obviously playing against his former team. Shen's playing against his former team. So I'm sure they would love nothing more than to stick it to their old squad. So I have the Predators with the upset in this matchup. Off to Pennsylvania, where we have the host team, the Pittsburgh Penguins, and they are playing host to the Ottawa Senators. Both these teams are struggling to stay the least. They are both sitting at 3-4-0 on the season, so it's really hard for me to have one team that's favored over the other. I just have a hunch that the Penguins are going to be able to get back to 500 and pull this victory and secure their 4th win of the season. 2 more games on tap for Saturday's schedule. We have the Vancouver Canucks, who just played the night prior, and they are taking on the New York Rangers. Both these teams are coming in red hot, sitting at 5-2-0 on the season. So it's, for me, a flip of a coin. Could be one team or the other. I don't see any of these teams dominating. I don't see it being like a 5-1 final or a 4-2. I mean, if it is a 4-2, maybe it's like an empty netter. But I don't see one team blowing one team out of the other. Both teams are playing very well, and the respective goaltending is pretty decent as well. If I had to go with the favorite, I'm going to go with the Canucks. I just didn't have that much faith at the beginning of the season, but obviously they had 10 out of a possible 14 points, and they're still sitting in second in that Pacific Division. So I'm going to give the edge to the home team in this matchup. And the last game on tap takes place in California, where we have the home team, Los Angeles Kings, who just played the night prior, and as did Vegas. Vegas are now sitting at 7-0-1 on the season. The Kings are sitting at 4-2-1. I don't think there has to be much said about one team over the other. Obviously, Vegas is completely dominant in that Pacific Division. The Kings are they're looking good, but can they be consistent and get go on a bit of a winning streak? Only time will tell. But as for myself, I have a funny feeling that Vegas is going to bounce back, especially after losing a heartbreaking loss to the Blackhawks the night prior. I think they will bounce back and get the win over the Los Angeles Kings. So coming into today's action, I'm sitting at 64-52 with my picks so far this season. So I'm still above 500. But last night, I only went 2 for 4. So we'll see and hope that I can do a little bit better on Saturday night. As always, if you like this type of content, feel free to hit the sub button. I'd be very grateful and very appreciative at the same time. And as always, take care.